Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and the replay today is by Aslains Garde. Now Aslains Garde in Romanian is the Iron Guard, and that's a fascist anti-Semitic movement of people, and well, the less said about that the better. We'll just call him Aslains from now on, and he's in the American Tier 7 SPG, the M12, and we're on the south spawn of Cliff. Now the M12 has a 155mm gun, which was modelled after a French one from the First World War, a successful French gun. No, he's trying to push himself up against the edge of the map, and that doesn't seem to be working. Oh, he's found his firing position. It's behind these bushes. Okay, he's extended his aim. And he's having a look at the centre area. But there's some enemy tanks making their way up the path to the top of the hill. Okay, he's looking at this T-67. He's aiming ahead of it. He shoots. Bit late. Didn't do any damage. So we've got a lot of enemy vehicles right on top of the hill now. And although he can't be seen from that far away, he's decided to get into cover anyway. It's a little too far for the enemy tanks to see, but there's quite a lot up there. And he's also got a teammate up there who's trying to defend himself. Yes, it's an AMX 1375. He shoots a round in. And no, it doesn't appear to have done any good. Okay, can also see a Panzer T-25, but he's aiming at one of his teammates. Now, I don't know why, but it looks like that teammate is AFK. And that 1375 has managed to defend himself. He's also wiped out two of the enemy already. He's now after the third one. And Aslains shoots, and he kills the other T-67. So he saves the 1375, but the 1375 then gets taken out by an enemy T-67. So, oh dear, he didn't manage to save him, but he certainly did his job. So that's his first kill. Now, the STRV-74 was last seen at the corner of the map here, and there's an IKV-65 on Aslains' team around the corner. But that IKV's been taken out, so now there's a possibility there's an enemy tank up on that first rise. In fact, two enemy tanks, the STRV-74 and the T-25. And he's aiming at this AMX-12T. He shoots. He didn't allow that to aim, but he kills the AMX-12T. And he gets 115 hit points off that one, to add to the 193 he got from the T-67. Okay, he's looking at this IS, which is sitting on the corner. But he can't hit it. It's in defilade at the moment. Now there's a Panzer 4H in that dip, and he can hit that. He shoots, and no joy. Unfortunately, he's also swearing at his teammates. He's calling them rude names and saying this battle was over before it was started, which I don't think is true. But anyway, we'll see what happens. He's almost reloaded. Okay, lined up on this Panzer 4H. A difficult shot, but he can do it. He shoots, and he takes out the Panzer 4H. 60 hit points right into the face. 155mm shell. Good night, Vienna. And he's lined up on this Skoda T24. It's half its health left. He's almost reloaded. It's going in. If it stays there, it's dead. He shoots, and he kills it. 214 hit points. It's an almost certainty. That Skoda should not have stayed still. He's getting rather deadly. That's his 4th kill, so he's got a fighter badge now. Okay, we've got this IS, the one he was looking at earlier. And unfortunately, we've lost the Panzer IV-H on Eisen's team. And he can't shoot in the dip, but he can shoot at that KV-1. If that KV-1 stays there, he can get a nice shot into it. He shoots. And he wipes it out. 154 hit points. That's his 5th kill. It looks like he's trying to kill all the enemies single-handed, but the rest of his team have actually done rather well. They're actually 1 tank up at the moment, and there's 3 enemy tanks remaining, and there's 12 on his team. No, there's only 3 on his. There was 4 on his team. Now there's only 3. That IS managed to get 1 back. Okay, he's lined up on that IS. He's trying to shoot it, but he would hit the rock there because there's a red line running from the rock onwards. But the IS is on the corner. He can get a splash, but no, it hits the rock. That was a pity. Okay, now he's got to wait for the reload. That IS comes round the corner. He can definitely get it in, but the IS takes out the KV-1. Okay, that IS is now coming around the corner. There's only Eisen left on his team. There are 3 enemies to go. He shoots and he kills the IS, wipes it out. He knew it was coming around that corner. He relocates immediately. There's 2 enemy Arty on the enemy team. Now, if they were looking for his tracer and they fire at that position, he's long gone. He's moved. And the great thing about the M12 is it is rather quick. On the enemy team, we've got an M44 and Su-14-1. Now, the M44 is also very quick, but it also has a 155mm gun. The Su-14-1 is a very slow Soviet artillery. Also a tier 7. But it's very big, very slow, and not quite as good. It's got a very narrow arc of fire compared to the M12 and the M44. But what he's doing, what Eisen is doing, is he's taking up a position overlooking his own cap. Now, is he going to do that? Is he going to come back and shoot at the enemy as they come to the cap? I think he's taking up a defensive position up here. He's seen the M44. He's come over the rise. Now, I think the M44 knows he's there as well. He shoots and he shotguns it. 280. Well, it wasn't really a shotgun. It was an aim shot, but it was a lovely, quick aim shot. And I think now the odds are in Eisen's favour because that Su-14-1 is going to find it very difficult to avoid a 155mm shell. And the only question is, where is that Su-14-1? He won't be difficult to spot. He's very big. Very big and very slow. Now, that last kill, that gave Eisen 7 kills. If he gets another one, he gets a Radley Walters out of this. Now, I think he's changed his mind. He's not going to go round the rock. I think he's coming the opposite way around. He's cutting across. Of course, if he hears the cap go off, he knows that the enemy is in his cap. But I think the enemy, being so slow, is probably still sitting in his own cap area. Now he's just doing a quick check. He won't be able to see the enemy cap from here, but he can certainly check and see if the Su-14 was in the vicinity, and he's not. So he's popping down here now, and he'll probably do a quick look through the bushes, see if he can see it near the enemy cap area. No, he's decided to go all out. I think he may be going to have a quick look from the rise, looking over the cap area, see if he can spot the enemy before he goes into the cap area. Okay, yes, that's exactly what he's doing. So a quick look. He didn't get fired at. So if the enemy did see him, We don't know if he's got sixth sense, of course, but if the enemy did see him, they might have taken a pot shot at him straight away. There he is, and he has been hit. The Su-14 did line up a shot on him. The problem is, for the Su-14 now, he's on a long reload cycle, but Aslain can't hit him from that angle. He's got a red line. He needs to back up to get the angle to shoot the Su-14. Now he knows where it was. Has it moved? He shoots in and he kills the Su-14-1. He knew where it was and he fired in and he killed it. That was his 8th kill. Oh my, that's incredible. And if we look at the end of match results, he got a second class tanker. He got a bruiser. He got a Radley Walters for killing at least 8 of the enemy. He got a top gun for killing at least 6 of the enemy. And he got a counter battery because he killed all the enemy artillery. That was the M44 and the Su-14-1. If we look at the team scores, he earned 1,425 hit points. He did the most kills with 8. And he earned base XP of 880. He fired 12 shots in total. 5 were direct hits, 5 penetrations, 4 splash, 1,425 hit points of damage, and 795 of that was more than 300 meters. Of course, the M44 and the Su-14 were a lot closer. He received 1 hit as a result of splash from the Su-14. He spotted 2 enemy vehicles, the M44 and the Su-14. He damaged 8 vehicles, killed 8 vehicles, and caused 1 stun. He has a premium account. He earned 27,092 credits, but after deductions for repairs, ammunition, and consumables, he takes away a deficit of 13,937 credits. He earned 1,320 XP, times 2 for first victory of the day, and he walks away with 2,640 experience points. So a good battle by Aslain. Very lucky at the end he didn't get killed by that Su-14 because he was side onto it when it hit him. But he did survive and he did get a Radley Walters, so well done. If you enjoyed this replay, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully I will see you in the next replay.